This is a rare moment where my workflow kind of failed me, but I'm going to own something here. I did something that TechSmith explicitly says don't do, which is I I record and save to my OneDrive account. Now, for those who are not familiar with TechSmith, TechSmith has a number of different tools. You can actually see this one, which is my export of the second. This is the second time around this has been exported from Camtasia, and this is the Audiate script that I did all the editing with. And the video that originally exported didn't have any audio. And it was only after I posted it to my YouTube channel, part of my how-to series, that I was getting comments that, hey, by the way, we don't hear anything in this video, which has caused me to rethink this whole save to cloud thing, even though this was me. TechSmith says don't save and work your video files in the cloud. Now, I have storage limitations on my production workstation, so I have made the choice and taken the informed approach, managing the risk of recording and editing and doing all the things against my OneDrive account, my Microsoft OneDrive account, and it finally caught up to me. Now, mind you, I've been doing this for a while, so this is not, it was a probability. Statistics were not working in my favor. Don't know what happened when I rendered this the first time around. In fact, it hung at about the 9-minute mark. So it kind of felt like something was a little bit off. I'm actually watching it and recording the progress right now. But a lesson learned here, a life lesson learned. I seem to learn so many things the hard way. Maybe you should take the vendor's strong advice and not do the thing that you want to do. And so this is going to change my behavior, my habits a little bit. And by the way, a big shout out to Descript, because clearly I would not be able to record with Camtasia if I'm rendering with Camtasia. So I am recording a life lesson learned moment here for you so that you can avoid a similar mistake in your own content creation journey. I'm going to put this on pause, not to bore you with the remaining progress of rendering this export from my how-to series. We'll pick it back up, and I'll show you evidence of the actual video and what happened here. But again, this was me. I made a choice, and I basically I'm paying for it at this point. So this is this is the way it works sometimes. And this is not pausing. Oh my gosh, seriously? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to actually show you what I posted to YouTube so that you know that this was real. Notice there's no sound coming out. I gotta pause. We'll go over here. We'll go about 5 minutes into it. Resuming. Nothing. Zero, zilch, nada. I thought I was doing such a great job. And I know I did because I actually have the audio that I originally, edited in Camtasia. But there you go, folks. This is evidence of me not following instructions. Thank you, TechSmith, for warning me ahead of time that this might be an issue. You're getting the rare back side of the story, the rest of the story, where when some things you think are going to go right, they look like they're flawless. And the lesson I learned out of this actually is check the audio for your video, your videos before you post them to YouTube to make sure, hey, by the way, there's actually something there. And mind you, let's go over here. Yeah, so yep. See, my audio is like right there. I haven't muted myself in the video, but clearly there's nothing coming through. This is just one of those things where it's like, you got to be kidding me. Yep. Hold on. I'm going to put these on. Yep. Nothing coming through on my headphones from the system audio. Yeah. It is what it is. Life lesson learned. Listen to, or, take what a vendor tells you very seriously with their software. And second to that is, check your audio before you post to YouTube, or else you may be recording something like this for yourself for other people to learn. Hey, by the way, this is what you don't do. Anyway, hey, I know this is a bit rambling, and of course I am self-deprecating. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I do this to help you do better in your own content creation journey, in your own application development journey, in your life. Because I would hate for folks to have to learn some of the lessons I've already learned doing it the hard way. So for me, this is a bit of rework on a Saturday, a beautiful Saturday in Dallas. Happy New Year 2026. I look forward to seeing your comments on this video as it's juxtaposed to the other two videos, the version 1 and the version 2 on my YouTube channel. This is going to be a hoot. I invite you to roast me. Please roast me in the comments section. It's fine. I will take everything in stride, because this is the content creation journey, and sometimes it just doesn't go as well as any of us hope. So another unplanned Tim Unscripted life lessons learned recording in the box. Thanks for watching. So just when I thought I'd actually crack the code on what was going on, I did a second recording to the cloud, which I should have known better. And I did a third recording because the second recording didn't have any sound. And just to show you that this falls under the heading of you just can't make stuff up, the third recording, V3. Do you hear that? That's silence. That is absolute silence. Now, we'll go down here. I'm recording system audio. So I have not to bore you with all the details and all of this. I mean, we're 7 minutes into the video. This is V3. I just want you to hear the fact that yes, indeed, I actually have audio series. So what you've got here on the screen is you've got a module that I did vibe code along with Perplexity. I can't make this stuff up, folks. This is just crazy town. I'm going to pause this because I'm going to render a fourth version of this. Now, one of the things that I did back out is I put AI noise removal here in Camtasia. I can either confirm or deny that adding the or the noise removal filter might have had something to do with the audio track completely disappearing. Yeah, but you know what? This is experimentation and adaptation. Now, mind you, the second video I recorded that followed this one, no issues with the audio whatsoever. None. So it might just be me. I'll get back to you. I'm not going to bore you with a full 14-minute render of the video, but suffice it to say, I am doing my best to troubleshoot and figure out why this particular render is behaving so badly. So more to follow. Put you on pause, and I'll be back once the fourth render is finished. All right, so we just finished rendering this, and we're going to view it. What if you have no formal software development training or experience, and you're vibe coding something that is going to solve a problem for you personally and potentially solve a problem for others as well? Welcome back to another episode of How To, a Tim Unscripted series. All right, so given the fact that I did back out the AI filter, and that was AI noise removal, and let me be clear about this. I added this filter because, and it might be me on my Vocaster 2, which is what I record all of my stuff at this point. I've got, my headset that's dialed in, but typically you see me and I don't have my headset on. I was going back through and reviewing the initial recording, and I went, you know what? I hear something in the background here, and I just don't want this to be a distraction to anybody watching the video. So I slapped on this AI noise removal filter, thinking, no big deal. Evidently, it's a big deal. So anyway, there we go. You get several lessons learned out of this. Several. First and foremost, pay attention to what the vendor is telling you as far as any sort of cloud recording. Second, which is darn it, I can't even remember what the second point was. I'm sure I'll remember it at some point. But my third point is, I know what the second point is. Before posting to YouTube or any other social media channel, check your video to make sure that the audio is there. And then, of course, the third point on this is the fact that while AI tools are great, there are times where they don't do exactly what you would expect them to do. So cloud recording is something that you need to check on, recording to the cloud. Check your audio, make sure it's there in your final render. And third, just be aware that whatever the AI tools are that you're using, they may not work as well as you would hope. So, life lessons learned in real time. Another Tim Unscripted episode brought to you in part by Descript and TechSmith. There you go. Have a great rest of your day.